All right, so long time no see. Today I have a quick video for you guys. I'm gonna show you guys the new additions that I did with the aesthetics. So my gaming PC has a brand new aesthetic. I'm gonna show you guys everything that I got, and I'm gonna show you guys what I have on my desk to make it look still pretty cool. Let's jump right in, and this is gonna be a very quick video, but let's start with what I have on my desk. All right, so I do want to start with the left side of the setup here. And first thing I want to talk about is the Dune Ornithopter Lego set that I built myself, and I had a blast building it. When I built it, I was so happy. I finished the whole Dune Lego set. This is actually my first Lego set, but once I tried to do some modifications, the actual Lego set was breaking into pieces and I got really frustrated, but I was able to fix it for the most part and have it look still presentable. I tried to not have to restart the whole Lego set, but so far it looks pretty decent. So I don't think I really need to restart from all from scratch. But yeah, the Lego set is amazing. It looks beautiful, and it's a good thing that I have something to represent Dune in my setup because I'm a huge Dune fan. I read all the books, watched both movies and the old 1980s movie. So I am extremely a huge fan of Dune, and I'm glad to have something to represent it, and something that's so big and beautiful represented on my setup is amazing. But right behind the Dune Ornithopter Lego set, we have the infamous Apple Vision Pro. And the Apple Vision Pro has been amazing. I was actually very excited to actually get the Apple Vision Pro. You guys can actually see in my previous video how excited I was picking up the Apple Vision Pro. This wasn't the first Apple product that I was actually able to get that was in a new category on day one. So I missed out on the iPhone because I was too young, missed out on the Apple Watch because I didn't have any money, and also missed out on the iPad because I was also too young. So the Apple Vision Pro was really a historic moment for me, being part of a huge launch. I know a lot of people would say it's not good, the Apple Vision Pro is trash, etc. But I think usually people that complain about those stuff is because the item is just a little bit too expensive. But the Apple Vision Pro is an amazing product, and I do believe that it's going to take over once Apple can release a newer version with a cheaper price. But right now, the Apple Vision Pro is sitting on a stand that I got for Christmas as a gift from my girlfriend. Thank you. And it looks amazing. The way that the Apple Vision Pro sits up, it really looks like the Apple Vision Pro is floating. And as you can see, it holds the battery very well. It's really fixated on that one spot dedicated for the battery. The only issue that I have with it is that there's no place to really keep your cable. So the cable is being tucked out behind the desk, which is not a problem for me. Actually, I think it looks better that way. But it is something to note because the Apple Vision Pro battery is not fixated on the Apple Vision Pro. So if you're someone that detaches the battery from the Apple Vision Pro, then yeah, your cable is going to be very long on the floor and you might not want that. But that's pretty much it for the Apple Vision Pro on the desk. Very good, very beautiful. It looks nice as a centerpiece. But we have the Apple HomePod Mini right next to it, and the Apple HomePod Mini is amazing. I use it for music and listening to podcasts. I don't use it as a regular speaker because it only really works with Apple products like the Apple TV or your iPhone. So if I'm on my desktop, I don't really use it for my computer speakers. I do have different speakers for those, but as a music speaker, it works extremely well. The Apple HomePod Mini is very small and takes very minimal space, but it has a lot of big bass and big volume. So if you want to play music on something so small, the HomePod Mini is amazing. Next to the HomePod Mini, we do have the PlayStation 5. So I'll be honest, the PlayStation 5 is pretty useless to me right now. I got this back in February and I've only played Jedi Fallen Survivor, and it hasn't been that useful since then. I've been waiting for more PlayStation exclusives like Death Stranding 2, like Ghost of Yotai, and I've been waiting on Grand Theft Auto 6 because it's not going to come on PC on day one. So yeah, I've just been waiting for those games to drop. When those games drop, I'll be using the PlayStation 5 a lot more than I am right now. But so far, the PlayStation 5 is a good nice to have in case those good games drop here and there. But for the most part, I'll be gaming on PC. All right, so now that we're done with the left side of the setup, I do want to talk about this center of the setup. So I'm going to talk about my monitors, the lighting setup, keyboard and mouse and trackpad and all that stuff. So first things first, let's talk about the peripherals. So I did get a cheap mouse pad that was good enough to fit my mouse and my keyboard as well. I did want RGB. I am not a fan of having the rainbow color or multiple color RGB. I like to have 1 or 2 color at max. On top of the mouse pad, we do have a Corsair keyboard, which I don't exactly remember what keyboard it is. I think it's a K90 something. I had this keyboard since 2018. So yeah, this is a long time. I just kept it because it still works and it's pretty cool. Works with the RGB setup. And right next to the keyboard, we do have the Corsair mouse as well. So it's gonna be pretty much Corsair from here on out. But the Corsair mouse is pretty cool because it allows you to have different profiles. It does also work with the RGB, and it's just part of the IQ systems. But if we look at the monitors, so we do have 2 monitors. The right one is a Dell 1440p 144 Hz IPS display, which is a 27-inch screen, and it has been amazing. So I do love playing games at 1440p. I think it's the perfect sweet spot. At 1080p, I think the resolution is a little too low. At 4K, the resolution is too high. So you're always gonna have to chase higher and higher and higher hardware to keep up with that 4K display. So I got a second display. So this is the MSI 1440p 240 Hz OLED, QD OLED display. And that is the bigger game changer. Let me tell you something. 1440p is great, but if you really want to see a big upgrade, go from an IPS or a VA display or TN display to an OLED display. The night and day difference is amazing. I would say getting an OLED display is probably a bigger upgrade than your GPU. So if you're playing games, yes, you can upgrade your GPU, get better graphics and get a better frame rate. But if you want to really feel a big difference, like it's night and day off the bat without having to tinker with settings, an OLED display will change your life. I am actually thinking of getting a second OLED display because this one is an IPS display and I just can't live without OLED again. So if I'm using anything, any new screen that I'm buying has to be OLED, but this MSI 1440p 27-inch 240 Hz display being OLED is the icing on the cake. I love OLED, it's amazing. I didn't know what I was missing until I got this OLED display. So moving on from the displays, right from the top, we do have the Govee hexagon lights. I'm gonna turn it on so you guys can see how it looks. So as you guys can see, I set up a blue and yellow theme for this one. At first, I did have a blue setup alone, or blue and light blue setup, but I do want to have a little bit of contrast with colors, so I did go with the blue and yellow. And you can change the pattern to whatever you like. You can make it go to the center, you can make it expand from the center, you can make it go from the bottom to the top, you can have go from left to right. There's even a whole community of people making their own lighting setup and putting it on the app, and you can actually just copy whatever setup they posted. So that makes it a lot easy. They do have their own scenes that Govee actually creates, has some AI features, so you can send them a picture and through that picture it will design a lighting setup for your lights. So if you have a certain wallpaper and you want to have a specific lighting setup to match that wallpaper, you can put it in the AI system and it will create a pattern for you, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah, the Govee lights are very good and they get very, very bright. So the Govee lights, if you want something very, very bright, they're for you. If you want something not as bright but still give you a nice theme to your lighting setup, it's also there for you. And Govee has a nice ecosystem of products. So they have lighting strips, they have lighting bars, they have a lot of different things that you can get. So if you want a whole Govee ecosystem, it's all ready for you. But I was just gonna stick with the lighting setup. I did choose this triangle or diamond pattern myself, so it did look very nice. And it was a very easy setup. So 100%, if you're looking for lighting panels, I would suggest to go with Govee because the price is very cheap and it's very reliable, and it has an app that works very well and has a community of people creating new lighting setups to match whatever setup you like. All right, so now we are going to talk about the last but most important piece of the setup, the PC. So I've already talked to you guys about some of the upgrades I've done with my PC. Upgraded from a 2700X AMD CPU to the 9700X AMD CPU, which did do a pretty decent upgrade, but the real upgrade came in with the 4080 Super. So I upgraded my 1080 Ti from 2018 to the 4080 Super. Most recently, you guys have seen my previous PC. So my previous PC had a very basic Corsair case, 240mm AIO radiator, and didn't really have much of a nice aesthetic, especially in 2025. But I finally upgraded the look of this bad boy, so I want to show you guys exactly what I got in here. You guys can see I did get new RAM, so I got RGB RAM from Corsair. I got a new LCD screen AIO cooler, a 360mm irradiator, the LCD screen there. I got the LX reverse fans from the bottom and the side here, and I got an LX 440mm fan on the exhaust there. So now you guys can see the RGB setup. So I do have blue and light blue aesthetic here with the PC and the fans and the RGB RAM. So it switches between blue and light blue, but it has a hint of yellow all around it. So you guys can look at the RAM. It has drops of yellow, but switches between blue and light blue. The fans do the same thing. It has a yellow visor running around the fans, but it switches between a blue and light blue background. So I do have a GIF of one of my favorite games, which is Persona 3, that I played a lot of recently. And yeah, it just fits everything perfectly. The wallpaper, the RGB lighting on the wall, the PC RGB looks amazing. In order to look at all of this and see all of this fan and RGB goodness, you do need a case that will allow you to do that. So I got the Antec C8 that was recommended from one of my friends way past on Discord. So he recommended this, I got this, and I love it. The case is amazing. It is pretty much a bigger case than my last one, but I do think that the extra space is warranted, especially if you're having all these fans and this new GPU. If you want to see your whole PC from all sides, this is the case to get. A fish tank case is the biggest trend right now, and I was trying to avoid going to that trend, but you gotta admit, having a fish tank case style PC is beautiful. That is my PC upgrade. That is my setup upgrade, and I will be doing another one if I do have a substantial upgrade when it comes to setup. Let me know what you think of my setup. What would you change? Would you maybe improve some things? Would you remove some things? What do you think? Just leave a comment down below and let me know what I should change or what I should add. So yeah, see you guys on another video. Peace.